Hey guys, what is up? Andrew coming at you. Anyways, I hope everybody's doing well. I thought in this one I would share a time that a Swedish car saved my life. Like, this isn't a joke. I know it looks like and sounds like clickbait. I was just on my run today outside. That's why I'm a little bit sweaty. And I thought to myself, why don't I talk about this experience? So I was 15 years old, 14 to 15. I would have been year 9 basically. I was year 9 in high school. And my friend and I were going to Dick's Sporting Goods to look at hunting stuff at the time. At the time I was into like archery hunting. And we were taking this back road. And you know, he used to sometimes go a little bit too fast. Maybe he must have just been 16 or 17 years old. And he was driving a Saab. I can't remember the exact Saab model. It was a black Saab. His family always loved having Saab cars. I didn't even realize they were Swedish at the time. I just knew they were Scandinavian. And we're driving down this road, this windy road. I can't tell you how fast he was going, but it was way too fast to be going on this road. He hit something. He must lock the tires, and we start sliding like this. And we actually, it's called an embankment. It's like right where the turn is like this. The car, he's slamming on the brakes. The car goes on the other side of the road. I don't think there was a guardrail there. There isn't a guardrail. And then it just went off into a ditch and then flipped. I still remember it very vividly because the music was playing. You're in this moment. You're like, oh my, oh my, what is happening? I'm praying to everybody possible. Please save me now. I was very religious in that moment and very thankful that I was okay. And I remember looking at the mirror on the side of my car, flipping like this, and the mirror hitting the window and watching it crack the window. So I remember flipping. It was almost like it was in slow motion. I almost feel like when we flipped, we must have gone like this and like this. So we didn't hit a tree. Thank God we didn't hit a tree. We didn't hit another car. That would have been terrible. But the car flipped, and it really scared me, and it scared my friend. But the car was completely totaled, but it really held its frame. I remember looking in the mirror, like I said, that window cracking. But also when I looked in the rear mirror, I had a cut right here, and I don't to this day know how I got a cut right here. I'm so thankful and lucky that mirror didn't break. It just cracked. If it had broken, I'd have broken glass flying in my face as well, which had been really scary. So I've always had a special place in my heart for Saab cars. I think the vehicle was built really well. It really held its structure during the flip. And although every once in a while my back might get kind of tight a little bit, for the most part, I don't have any major problems. And what I'll say at the end here about Saab is I don't completely know what happened to Saab. I still see all old Saabs here. I think that Saabs are nice cars, and I've always enjoyed them. And if I live in Sweden long enough, I want to own an old Saab someday, because I just have always enjoyed the cars. I just like the way they're built, the way they're made. If I can remember correctly, I think that GM, and someone can write in the comments if I'm wrong, because when I do these videos, I care about what I'm saying, but I'm a better person. It's better for me to just talk off my head and with my heart than it is to write a script. I'm not a robot, so you gotta understand that. I think that GM must have bought Saab, and then when 2009 happened, I think that probably there was already problems with Saab, but it just seems like it kind of died with the times, which is really unfortunate actually, because I think Saab is an excellent company. Obviously Saab still makes military weapons and jets and things like that, so that part of it does, but I think that it must have been, the car thing must have been a branch off. Someone can correct me in my comments. I could be really wrong, and what you did this? That's my angry keyboard face. Anyways, I didn't know that a Swedish car would save my life. So I guess knowing that, I knew I had to come to Sweden now, and it makes so much sense. I had to come to Sweden and give back to Sweden since Sweden saved my life. Because if I would have died at that moment, I would have never had a YouTube channel. I never would have had such an amazing experience to tell you guys about. And so I'm happy to be here. And I'm very thankful that car was made and that the engineers that made that car cared a lot about it. I think the most amazing thing I think about when I think about anything is anything that we use, a car, a chair, a pencil. We don't think about all the man hours and women hours, but both, that went into building and designing something to make something better. Even like an iPhone or a Samsung Galaxy, just how much time went in. But if you just think about simple products you use every day, a fork maybe, all the time that went into the design. So guys, as always, if you like this video, I would be so happy if you give me a like. Feel free to write in the comments. I always love to hear what I get in the comments. And if you like this video, please subscribe. I hope you like the content coming out. I'm so close to 500 subs. So if you want to like, share, and comment, that's awesome for me. Share it, tell your friends. Let them know that there's this dude out there who talks about Sweden. And I hope you still think what I say is interesting, because sometimes I'm like, really? You think I'm interesting? But then I always hear from other people that they think I'm a little bit interesting, so we shall see. Anyways, thanks guys, and I hope I see you in the next video. Take care.